Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
What up there, folks? Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
Well, how the hell are you?
I'm doing great because I'm looking at Kyle the Coach Duggan back in the saddle. How you doing, sir?
It's good to be back, boys.
It's good to have you.
Yeah, we missed you.
Oh, we missed you. They missed you. Everybody missed you.
I know. This, it's just life's busy. There's a lot going on over here at the Duggan household.
You don't have to tell me twice. I know.
I got dogs eating chickens, and the chicken's face now has been eaten by the dog. There's
Oh, no.
Eating bunnies, eating chickens. You got some murderers over there.
Oh, there's some chicken fantasy creatures we got to be worried about, like the Easter Bunny's gone now.
Yeah.
Are there any?
What's the next magical? The Tooth Fairy. He's on the list. Sure. Yeah. It's so funny this week though, because it's been like, is Kyle coming back? Because I don't know if I really want to be like locked in with you guys.
I don't know if I'm really into this podcast.
Like, you and Adam are like okay, but like where's the guy that knows football shit? Unfortunately, it's a 3-man deal. If any one of us wasn't there, everyone would be like, all right, I'm out. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I just had 2 weeks off. Come on,
just was working through something.
I told you he was working through something. Popper, stop asking.
Take it easy. All right, folks. Well, it's again peak of the offseason. Not a ton to talk about, but we've got an Ask Boltfam lined up for you. So let's waste no time and start at the top because there's so many rumors to discuss this week. One of which is that one of the rumors is that the Chargers are set to go to an international game because we were looking at the schedule, or at least the opponents. We see the Jaguars are playing in the UK, and we know that Miami is a home team in Brazil, and we're an away team playing against Miami. And word on the street is Chargers are going to be one of those that team to go to Brazil to play against Miami. Pretty exciting, quite frankly.
It's crazy. And you were saying this would be week 1. Is that the feeling? Is that just like the history? Or maybe
that's
week
just
2?
Wasn't it last year? Wasn't last year Packers Eagles was week 1 in Brazil? I'm pretty sure.
Was it?
That doesn't mean they have to do it that same way every single time. But
the only reason I ask is week 2 and week 3, by some weird happenstance, I'm going to be in Brazil for work in the city that this is happening. So if they could just schedule it for week 2 or week 3, I will go. I'm going.
Yeah, we all know that that's not going to happen. You're not meant to go to
it's going to be week 4 or week 1.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
You're right.
Tradition.
That was week 1. The Packers play the Eagles in Brazil.
Look at me.
Look at you.
No stuff.
Dude, see, this is why we need you here, Kyle. Kevin and I would have just been like, I don't know.
We would have fumbled over that for 10 minutes.
I don't love the Brazil game. Like if I were to ever go to an international game, why Brazil? Like what's like the draw for the NFL in Brazil? I feel like there's like Mexico City is sick. Like that would be so much fun. Totally. It's not all that far away. Like it is a good little plane flight, but Brazil, like it's kind of dangerous.
It's an untapped market.
Kind of dangerous.
Kind of dangerous. Like I don't know. It'd be fun to do. I don't know why they haven't done like a Canada game yet. That would make so much sense. They already have the CFL football stadiums up there ready to rock.
The Canadians are like, we're CFL. Keep your N out of here. We're C's.
Get out.
Get
now.
Out. You know what I'm talking about?
Get out, eh? You're the penalty box, eh? They don't want you up here.
Hoser.
So this isn't official that the Chargers are going to be that Brazil.
These are swirling rumors.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. Like
I'm
I didn't
not booking
read
any
this
tickets or anything right yet, but the rumor is that this could happen and most likely would happen in Brazil.
I mean, the big benefit is, as opposed to going across the pond, is that's such a huge time difference that, like, at least if you're going to Brazil, you're not like
You're going south.
You're going, up and down, not left and right.
No, that's actually a really, really good point, because going overseas, man, it takes a few days to get acclimated.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy, at least for.
Hey, and the Eagles went to Brazil, won in Brazil, and now they're in the Super Bowl.
Look, hey, trend.
Run it back.
Run it back. All right. Well, something else that happened this weekend. None of us watched.
I saw pieces.
I saw pieces too. The Pro Bowl, folks.
This joke of a thing that used to be cool.
I mean, honestly, like, the big thing I think now that the Pro Bowl has become is like an opportunity for fans to see the players, try to get autographs, things like that. And I think it's more a recognition of like, hey, we thought you were the best. So congratulations to you. Go play some games. It's like a Chuck E. Cheese kind of thing. Like, it's a birthday party. Here's some tokens. Go go play and have some pizza.
It's like what you offer your kids. Like, if you're really good this week, I'll let you go to Chuck E. Cheese on Saturday, but don't lose it. If you misbehave, that's like the NFL now. It's like, you're really good, you can go to Disney World. All right.
Derwin James comes up with a fistful of tickets.
But it's just dumb. Like, Rashawn Slater got to the Pro Bowl and didn't get to do nothing. It's 7-on-7 flag football.
Right.
Like, he got to do some of the little silly games and stuff, but
right.
I don't know. I think it's better than what it was. Like, even the old Pro Bowl with pads and tackling, it was dumb. Like, no one was trying to hit anybody. And
it was definitely not aggressive. Yeah, it's just a one game. You don't want anyone to get hurt. Like, it makes sense. You don't want to do that. Right. You don't want anyone to. You don't want the Pro Bowl to be responsible for anyone getting hurt. So I might just pull it after that. Might just be an e-sport thing after this. They just play Madden against each other next year.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that would honestly. I'm a little more intrigued by that.
I would be way more interested. They did. That was one of the segments. Was they played Madden, and it was the Derwin James obviously was one of the representatives for the AFC because he's awesome at Madden. And he played Michael Parsons, and the AFC won that. That was like one of the few things that the AFC won. But boys, Drake May was playing quarterback in the Pro Bowl for the AFC.
I know.
What in the? That's how much of a joke it is. Like, what was he, like the 12th option? Like, no one wanted to play in the thing.
No. I guess not.
And Bo Nix was more of a Pro Bowler than Drake May. He played half a season and they lost 90% of their games.
Yeah.
You make good points.
It's weird. But I'm sure everybody that went had a great time. Smiles by all. And I think I saw Derwin James went to Disneyland too. So he was in the neighborhood. And one of the other things, it's rumor season right now, folks. Derwin James and Keenan Allen were going a little back and forth on Instagram in a good way, not back and forth in a bad way. Derwin James said Pro Bowl, and Keenan Allen, I can't read this.
Baby,
Keenan
come
Allen
back.
Said third, which what does that mean? Third
Pro Bowl.
Oh, okay, third Pro Bowl. And Anna I. Gray said, come back to the Chargers next season, please. Replying to that. And Derwin James said, Keenan Allen, miss you, Brody. And bring your ass back too. Baby, come back.
It's my favorite part of the year when like players start like trying to like lure other players, because it doesn't really matter. But the idea that like they might have a sway in getting somebody to come play with them is pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Derwin James is, I think, known for doing that because he's been at the Pro Bowl multiple times, and every time that he's gone, we see him chatting with somebody on the sideline being like, yes, bring them.
Ramsey last year. That didn't work out.
Yeah, remember he was the guy, I can't even remember his name. I blocked this player out of my entire memory. Why can't I remember the cornerback from the Patriots that we brought over? One of the biggest.
JC Jackson.
Yeah. That was like his big recruiting that year at the Pro Bowl, was sitting next to JC on the sideline.
Maybe we should follow Derwin's lead on this. Yeah.
Maybe Derwin should just timeout, guy. Like, just let the GM do his thing.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we all know what Keenan Allen brings to the table. So I think, we'll take some of that recruiting for sure.
You're right.
Yeah. Please come back, Keenan.
Yeah, we'd love to have Keenan Allen back.
He's
For crying out
so
loud.
sick.
I mean, what didn't he say that? He's like, if I were to play again, I'd either play another season in Chicago or I'd play in LA.
Yep.
Yeah, my worry is that the Ben Johnson hire in Chicago might be an
Alluring.
incentive to keep him around. Yeah.
Never know. But we're seeing players requesting trades as well.
Yeah. Big one today. Massive one today.
Yeah, this one was pretty big, and that is Myles Garrett, the edge rusher from Cleveland. Only 2 teams are favored over the Los Angeles Chargers in a new Myles Garrett sweepstakes. So people are predicting
the odds. We had the Vegas has us like
odds,
the third to grab him. It's just crazy that he decided like he's just done. Like he's on a massive contract right now. So like you just don't see this coming. Like there's clearly a lot of bad shit going on in Cleveland for him to be like, you know what? I got to get out.
I'm wasting
of here,
my career
man.
here.
I got to get.
Would you want to play? Would you want to put your future in Cleveland? Like the guy's made enough money to buy a country. Like he's chilling. He wants to win. Like that's a crap place to be at right now.
It is.
By the way, this picture that you put on the outline, holy crap, Myles Garrett is an absolute unit.
He's a unit.
He is a unit.
Yeah. So what would be interesting, because I thought I read that Cleveland does not want to trade him, and I think
but he's not going to give them. He's not going to play.
No, for sure, absolutely. And I think if they were to trade him, they would be eating a lot of dead cap in that trade with him.
They need to get a lot in draft.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. So it can become kind of appealing when like, all right, we're going to eat this cap, but if we can get some draft capital, because look, let's be honest, folks, we got to start over here. We got to try to break some new ground with some draft capital. So no official moves as of yet, but he officially put out a letter, a nicely worded statement saying, I got to get out of here.
I'm out, you guys. I got to leave. The thing is, the amount of draft capital you're going to have to send the Browns.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
He's one of the best rushers in all of football.
If they
prime.
If they ate his, if they were on the hook for his cost, would you trade him?
No. Well, we're talking about 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, well, I saw a mock that just came out today of like proposed packages. It's like it was this year's first, second, and third. So like a 2025 1, 2, and 3, and a player, like a current player on your roster. So I wouldn't want to give all that up for one player.
Sure.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the vision behind building a team. I don't think we're a Myles Garrett away from winning a Super Bowl. I think we have enough young talent there with Thule. You have Bud Dupree still under contract. We'll see what happens with Joey Bosa, but I just don't think that's the one piece that we're missing to be a Super Bowl champion. So I don't want the Chargers to make the move, but I am excited to see where he ends up and what happens. Yeah, because you're going to have to give up like crazy draft capital to be able to go get him, but only for a team that's like, we have our friend. Well, I was just about to build a scenario and it sounds like us. I was going to say, you have your franchise quarterback, you have a lot of young pieces, and you just need one guy. maybe we will. I don't know.
Maybe we are that team.
I love it. Good to have you back, Kyle.
Would you say, for instance, would you sacrifice Khalil and Joey to bring him in?
Well, Khalil's he's a free agent. So
I'm just in this hypothetical crazy world.
Yeah,
those 2 players, would they equal him?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you can get, if you can get out of Joey Bosa's contract, it basically replaces. We pay Joey $30 million plus a year.
Yeah, I was listening to
replacing Myles Garrett for Joey Bosa as far as like financially, because the Browns are going to have to eat the signing bonus that they've already paid him. So I think if it's even close, 1,000%. I just don't know if all that draft capital right now is going to be worth it, unless Chef Ortiz can cook it up and find a way to get back a second or a third with other trades. Then I would give up my first round pick for sure. Like if it's just a first and Joey, done deal. If you can find a way to manufacture a second and a third with other trades here and there, for sure. But I just don't think it's a first, second, third, or first, second this year and a third next year. I don't know. It'll be. I mean, at the end of the day, if we end up having Myles Garrett on the Chargers, I will be out of this world excited. But yeah,
Myles Garrett, T. Higgins. We want Keenan back. Let's bring a supermarket sweep this bitch. Just put your arm out and get all the players into your cart, and let's go win this thing.
You know, another player that was not announcing that he wanted to trade, but was told you getting traded is Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Wide receiver. And I mean, that's a guy that's also in LA. Be a nice little easy transition. Just be like, you need to come on over to this side.
It's interesting. You're seeing this stuff now where, remember how the Rams went full send and just gave up the farm for like a whole bunch of stuff. And now they're coming to deal. It's coming to reap.
Chicken's coming home to roost and Kyle's dog's about to eat it. So deal with
Kyle's
it.
dog's going at this chicken's
Watch out.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It's just that Myles Garrett sounds so fun, but it does not seem like something we would do.
I think the Cooper Kupp is more realistic. I think that the idea of him, it would, because he doesn't want to leave. It's not like with this situation. It's like, I want to leave, and the team is like, I don't want you to leave, so we're going to demand a king's ransom.
Sure.
Whereas with Cooper Kupp, they're like, no, we're trying to get rid of you.
Just a heads up.
And he's like, but I don't want to leave.
Somewhere.
And so there's less of a. There's more of a, they're just trying to get out of that salary cap and move on and find something else where you might be able to get a good deal on it. So I think the Cooper Kupp thing is more realistic than the Myles Garrett situation.
I would still take, if T. Higgins becomes available, that's even easier because you're not trading for shit.
You're not giving up.
You're just free agenting that.
Right. You're just signing them. We'll see. Some other interesting moves. Jeremy Fowler tweeting out that the Raiders requested to interview Sanjay Lal for a pass game coordinator receivers coach role, which is essentially what he is right now.
That's exactly what he is.
So just a lateral move, but the Chargers blocked it per source. Yeah, not today. We hired Lal as the receivers coach in February, and we do not want him to leave.
Super mighty bolts that right there.
Yeah, suck it, Raiders.
Yeah.
I heard they just hired Chip Kelly as their offensive coordinator. So
Chip Kelly is their offensive coordinator.
Chip Kelly is dog get to talk in the NFL.
And you didn't get to talk about, you weren't with us last week when we found out about their new head coach. What do you think about Pete Carroll being the Raiders head coach?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, the AFC West coaching staffs are insane. We're the only division in NFL history that has every single head coach has been to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Ours is the only one that hasn't won a Super Bowl, and it's
fitting.
It's just, it's
that's his tradition.
It's going to be a gauntlet. I mean, the Raiders have an incredible amount of cap. I think they have more cap space than us this coming off season, although they have to pay a quarterback, which we don't. We're already paying our quarterback, so their cap, if they're going to go get someone in free agency, most of their cap is going to go towards whatever that quarterback is. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not a good thing. I would rather they have signed whoever the Jaguars got,
Brandon Staley.
Like they got. What did they pick up? They picked up a Buccaneers offensive coordinator that's just a total goober. That would have been way better than Pete Carroll, but because he's putting together quite the staff. It seems like I don't know. I think the Raiders are cursed. It doesn't really matter who goes there. You're screwed.
Yeah.
So it just sucks for poor Pete. Poor Pete Carroll. He's just going to go into. He's like, I want to come back, and the Raiders are like, well, we're the only ones that'll give you a shot. Come give it a try.
Yeah.
What do you say, Tom?
Dude, how about
Tom says yes.
Fired.
1 year. Is that guy going to be is he working in the NFL next year?
I don't know, dude. I don't know where he's going to go. That's just crazy. That
he's not going to take a step back and be like a scout. He's like that's what his options are right now, it seems.
I think you become, when you get fired as a GM from like two teams, you become like a consultant. I think that's probably where Tom Telesco's going. Yeah. Foot Locker consultant.
No, when I said Tom, I meant Tom Brady, but I did just realize that there were two Toms.
Tom Telesco, yeah. Give it a couple years. We'll distance and that won't be a confusing factor.
Let's see what else has been going on. Pete Thamel tweeting out sources. Chargers safety coach Chris O'Leary is expected to become the new defensive coordinator at Western Michigan. Former Notre Dame assistant who helped coach Xavier Watts and Kyle Hamilton while with the Irish, and he was a safeties coach from 21 to 23.
And he left out a big name, Cam Hart. Like he
Yeah.
This is a tough loss because our secondary played great with guys that were 5th-round picks.
Yeah.
And how they were rotating guys in and out, picking them up off the street, and they're starting and they're playing really well. I'm curious who we're going to replace them with.
Yeah, I just think they can get at all points to Jim Harbaugh being able to find good guys.
Totally.
When under Brandon Staley, we weren't seeing position coaches leaving to go take higher positions elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think it all points to Harbaugh being able to find good talent and bring him in, and they succeed. And all these other names, I wish we could just have the same unit. Jesse Minter is not on the radar anywhere. And I love it.
I do. I really, each week, everyone, I feel like he has just shut down any interviews. He's like, I'm just staying. So I feel like that's what's happened because it's just so weird that he hasn't had one interview.
Yeah. And even for like a head coaching job in college or something,
nothing.
Nothing. He's just, his name is not in the news whatsoever, which for me, that's the consistency. If you can keep that, that's what's big time. I saw some players saying how much they loved O'Leary and how great of a coach he was, which is awesome. But I'm excited for him to go have an opportunity. If Jesse Minter was leaving, I'd be pissed off, especially if it was another NFL team, we'd have to play against. So I don't know. I think as long as you can keep that core in place, Harbaugh has enough draw to be able to bring in those awesome young talent to come fill the position coaches.
There you go.
Love it.
And Jeremy Fowler also tweeting out that the Jaguars have requested permission to speak with Chargers assistant GM Chad Alexander for their general manager position, per sources.
I'm glad that the Raiders who interviewed him did not hire him. That makes me feel a lot better because they are the poachers of the Chargers, unlike any other team.
Love the sloppy seconds.
Yeah, dirty girl,
little baby brothers.
Gross.
The Raiders.
Yeah,
so cute.
Turd burgers.
Yeah. So that's about it. There's not really a ton, which is both good and bad. We're still in that off season. We still got to wait for the Super Bowl to happen, but whatever. These
are you guys going to watch
fun.
the Super Bowl? Really? Are you going to watch it?
Just got invited to a party. So
it's a Chiefs watch party.
Yeah, of course it is. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
I think Kevin will go if I go there and hold his hand and have somebody for him to talk to.
Yeah.
It would feel good if they lose and you're there, though.
I know. Well, we said that last time, and look what happened.
But it's also weird going to your friend's place that has a Super Chiefs going, and then you're rooting. You're secretly cheering every time the Eagles do something good. It's just setting you up for some failures. Pretty much what it is.
It's a no win. Sure.
Yeah.
We should get full Eagles gear and show up with faith paint. That'd be awesome.
It'd be pretty funny.
Well, the one group that we can always root for, folks, is our sponsor this week, Underdog Fantasy. The best app for your big game party is actually on your phone. Did you know that? It's called Underdog. Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes during the big game, which players are going off and which ones are ice cold. Make your entries in just a few taps. And with their Pick'em game, you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats like yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and more. Underdog is the only Pick'em platform that puts the power to cash out in your hands. Now you can either keep riding with your entry or tap the win now button to cash out whenever you want. You're just I want to win right now. Boom. You hit the button and you did it. And with Underdog's double flex option, you can even take 2 L's and turn them into a W. A dub.
Yeah, I think this is the only reason why I would really, besides the guy that's hosting is one of my best friends in the world.
Yeah.
I think this here would be the reason why I could go in there and be invested in the game. Just be picking highs and lows my butt off. That's all I'm going to do.
Yes. Swipe
higher, lower,
right for yes, left for no.
Higher, lower.
It's as simple as that, folks. Download the app today and use code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Must be 18 years or older, over 19 in Alabama and Nebraska, and 19 years or older in Colorado for some games, 21 years or older in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. And after you're done hemming and hawing at your friend's Super Bowl party, making picks behind his back, you can go on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the fun, silly, dumb videos we got over there. They're just fun and good and great.
Silly and dumb.
And I mean, what else do you want at patreon.com/ChargerChat? But if you don't want to go over there, it's A-OK. You can go on over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there, t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. Chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section. Ask questions and Ask Boltfam. Go check it out, chargerchat.com. All right, folks, time to go on to the next segment. Off-season Ask Boltfam never misses. Let's get to it.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, and we start at the top with Manuelito Petito.
Yes.
Who asked the question?
Happy Super Bowl week. Everybody excited about the Super Bowl? Yeah, me neither. Anybody even gonna watch the Super Bowl? Yeah, me neither. Hey, did anybody watch the Pro Bowl? Yeah, me either. Actually, I lied. I turned it on for a few seconds till my screen went blank, that I came to realize that it wasn't. It was just Peyton Manning's forehead blocking the screen. But yeah, party peeps, I decided to join the Buffalo Bills fan base movement and boycott the Super Bowl. Will it make a difference? Most likely not. But I have no interest in watching the Kansas City Chiefs cheat their way to making fake history. Since we're in Who Cares Week, how about a fun question? Can you guys name all Chargers fan base channels? Okay, guys, much love.
It's funny because I think it's gotten under the players' skin. I was listening to a couple things on X where the players were being interviewed, and Kelsey was like, he asked the reporters, like, what is with this, like, the refs helping us stuff? Like, they're all talking about it. So then maybe there's something to it, or at least it's under their skin, and maybe they'll be thinking about it when they should.
Well, it sullies the win when you have those kind of plays, for any fan base to watch that. It's like, look, if you're going to be a good team, go be a good team. And they are a good team. Like, you can't argue with the fact that they've got talented people on that team. But when the wins come down to 2-point wins, and oh boy, if there was this one foul that wasn't, and I mean, that's going to happen in every game, but it's just so egregious with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And that's, they have to understand that. And if they choose to ignore that or be like, what's the deal with all these people thinking the refs are helping us out? I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't see it.
I don't see it. So, but the question at hand, can we name all Chargers fan base channels? I mean, obviously, we've got the Die Hard Bolt Club, Bolt Pride.
Is that what you mean by channels?
I don't know.
Or is it like podcasts?
Podcast.
Like all the podcasts.
Oh my gosh, man!
I don't know.
Pedito.
The problem with this, Manuelito Benito, is we're three goofy buttholes are going to forget somebody. We're going to leave somebody off, and it's going to make them mad. And now you're going to start a turf war in the off season, and we don't need that.
Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he's trying to spice
You
up
don't
the
need
show.
any upper deckers. Yeah.
No
upper deckers this offseason. That was last year.
So we got Unleashed. We got the director. We got
he's
Guilty
doing it.
Charge, Bolt Bros. There's a lot. There's so many out there now. I'm just thinking Locked On Chargers.
Locked On, Locked Down.
The Chargers, Matt Money, who's now like leading that now.
Sure.
There's
Matt Money's leaving?
Yeah, he's basically he took over it. He's like the lead for that podcast now.
Matt Money is?
He's not leaving. He's the lead.
Oh, lead. I thought you said he's leaving, and I was like,
not going
wait.
anywhere. No.
Breaking news, folks.
Fake news.
Wait, he's leading what podcast?
Like he runs it now. He's on every episode. Who has like
Chargers
rotating
Weekly.
guests.
One.
Chargers Weekly.
Chargers Weekly.
The one that yeah. Oh, sorry. There's another one too. It's the Believe In. That's another one.
Yeah.
He was about to get mad at you guys.
I didn't know that he wasn't always leading it. That's where I was confused.
Um.
Dude, I just Googled Chargers and like Apple Podcasts, and it's lightning round. What's
lightning
up,
round.
Bolts,
That's our guys
Thunder
over
down
there.
under.
Oh yeah, Thunder.
Yeah.
Down,
Powder
yeah.
Blue review. There's just a gajillion. Shock therapy. There's a gajillion of them. Chargers brawl.
There's
It's
so many.
Just type in Chargers. Yeah.
It's
It's a
cool
big
too because
pool.
it's like each year we've done this. Is what year is this now? Like year 6. It's like each year there's like a new little posse coming in. A new
Absolutely,
little crew
which is
coming
great.
in. Yeah, I love it.
Dude,
Makes
there's
it fun.
There's one called Blitz Talk. It's Derducci Chargers podcast. It looks like it's a German /
Hell yeah.
Let's freaking
I
go.
don't know what flag that is. You tell me.
I don't know, but I want to listen.
It
I want
looks
to
like
try. I'm going to give it a try.
Looks like a microphone
Dude,
with.
the description is all in a different language. You won't
I can't make heads or
appreciate it.
tails out of this.
I support other Chargers podcasts. Okay,
Give it a listen. Maybe you can learn another language.
I'd love that.
That would be so funny if that's how you learned another language by listening to a Chargers podcast, a foreign one.
German.
I
That's
love
probably
that.
actually a great way because I probably know what they're talking about on a week-to-week
Yeah,
basis.
you
It
could be
wouldn't
like,
a
I picked
surprise.
up I picked up what they were laying down.
Yeah.
I
But
smell what
The
they were
only thing he
stepping in.
understands is Justin Herbert. That's the only thing he understands.
Herbert. Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, that's just a language.
All right, Manuelito Benito, stop trying to start turf wars.
And if we forgot you, sorry.
Yeah,
Apologies.
listen, it's late. I just flew back from Idaho, and I've been flying and driving for at least 8 hours, so cut me some slack.
It's a red eye episode.
That's right. Let's move it on now to Dirty Ferdy, who asked the question. Well, hello there, boys and girls. Longtime subscriber here, and I gotta say, I love Kevin the Huggin' Duggan and Adam the Fuzzy Wuzzy Wool Dog so much. Oh boy. Oh, but Kyle, oh well, Kyle the .04 Duggan is a big meanie. Now that I'm over this playoff loss and Kyle's attack on me, I just gotta ask a question since I've been MIA. Question, hypothetically speaking, of course, but if you were to lose a game, would you rather lose by a blowout or by .04 of a point? And just for fun, Lycan and a vampire, yep, you guessed it, fight time, oh boy. Choose your favorite movie, vampire or Lycan, and which one is winning. The arena is the Pittsburgh Steel Mill. Can't love you bye, except for Kyle. He can suck my butt. Oh boy. Sincerely, the worst person possible.
Dirty.
Okay, so people don't understand what this is about. This was a Patreon
Patreon fantasy football.
Fantasy football.
Dirty Ferdy. Feel like there was just bad timing between that happening and then me not being on the show for 2 weeks. I need to explain myself. So me and Dirty Ferdy, we had like a end of the season award ceremony for our fantasy football on Patreon, and I had the worst loss of the year.
The closest
whole league.
loss.
I had the worst loss. I lost by .04 points to Dirty Ferdy. And I was pissed because I feel like I should have gotten a prize for losing. Like Dirty Ferdy won and got a prize for winning by .04. I feel like I should have gotten a prize for losing by .04. And you also, none of you are, unless you're in our group chat, you're not privy to the fact that Dirty Ferdy just goes ham in the group chat.
He does.
He's just getting, he just goes
He's
in.
an instigator.
Right. He puts his foot on the gas pedal of his four-wheeler and fucking or 18-wheeler.
Yeah. I never said Dirty Ferdy. I never said you're the worst person. I said you would be the worst person to lose to by .04 because I knew I would hear about it. That was the whole basis of my point of that's the worst person to lose to by .04 because I'm never going to hear the end of it.
You won't hear the end of it, yeah.
But now we just spent 3 minutes talking about it.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Well, I don't want Ferdy to have his feelings hurt. I love you. You're a great man.
You're dirty, Ferdy.
You might be the worst person to lose to by .04 points because I knew I would not hear the end of it.
He knew he would get his nuts rubbed in on a regular basis. Yeah,
you got a present for beating me by .04.
Okay.
It's true.
It is true. All right. So if it were a game that if the Chargers could lose by a percentage of a point, which would be worse?
I'd rather have a blowout.
Yeah.
It's easier to handle.
I would rather have a blowout. Yeah, it's easier to digest. Like they were just a better team. If it's 0.04, then you're like that one call. Oh, that they threw that PI. Then it's just worse. It's
we were so close.
Yeah.
And then a lichen and a vampire. So we have to not only pick who would win, but we have to pick the fighters of a vampire. Like
I got my vampire.
Can you explain to me what a lichen is?
It's a werewolf.
Oh, werewolf.
So like a movie. What's a good movie werewolf?
Oh, what's the one where it's the basketball player?
Oh, Teen Wolf.
And I got all right. No, so we got Teen Wolf, and I got my vampire. Leslie Nielsen, Dracula, Dead and Loving It.
Oh my God.
So go Leslie Nielsen versus Teen Wolf.
Oh, Teen Wolf would win. I don't even know what they're doing. Are they fighting each other? Are they playing basketball? What are they doing?
Basketball.
I just want to see it. They're playing basketball.
Look, if they're playing
obviously.
sports, Michael J. Fox is not
Teen
losing.
Wolf.
That's for sure.
Teen Wolf is the best lichen of all time.
That's such a good pull.
Dude, that's a great movie. I want to watch that again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They should have made a football version of Teen Wolf.
They made a sequel. Maybe he played some football. We'll have to find. I might have to look this up because I know there is a sequel.
There is a sequel, and there's somebody famous in it, but it's not Michael J.
It's
Fox.
not Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
That was a great way to do that.
I heard werewolf. That was my first thought.
Teen Wolf, of course.
Such a good pull. All right, there you go. Teen Wolf. Michael J. Fox is winning this one. Dirty Ferdy. We love you.
I love you too.
Question. Let's move it on now to the Lago, who asked the question. Hey, old boys or goofy buttholes. Let's just get to this toot sweet. Joey and this year's first rounder for Miles Garrett. Yay or nay? I say yay. K, love you, bye. Well, we were just talking about this, Lago.
If it was just one first rounder and Joey, which we're probably not going to be able to sign Joey anyways. Yes, 100%.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes. One first rounder and Joey, take it.
Yeah.
I would be so down, but it's going to cost more than that, unfortunately.
That'd be weird for them to swap Joey for Miles because it's like the same kind of cap hit, like the amount of money they're going to have to carry by keeping him unless they restructure.
I mean, it's pretty close to Joey's contract. If you were just like, let's just swap players and you're paying him the same amount.
But Joey's not Miles Garrett.
I know.
Like he might have been.
That's their problem to deal with.
First round pick. Yeah.
Yeah, you maybe.
And they're getting a first round pick. Yeah.
If it was this little, I'd be like, so where do I sign? On where's the dotted line? Give it to me.
All right. Well, stop drilling, Lago. You struck gold. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Tony James, who asked the question. My question is that should the Chargers make the O-line a wall so they can open lanes for our backs and become a wall for Justin, then he can hit everyone anywhere? Yeah.
A wall or a spear?
Yeah. Tip of the wall?
A wall with holes in it.
With barbed wire on it?
You can jab.
Pierce through,
Yeah. Very defensive, yet attacking.
Yeah. Like 300. You know when they made a wall out of their shield? And then they push?
Yes.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. It's like a Braveheart when those horses got stabbed when they tried to jump over that wall of spears.
Yeah. Suck it, Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah, suck it.
Yeah, I would love to see. Would you prefer a rebuilt line from the draft or free agency?
Both.
Hybrid.
Sorry,
Show me both.
A first round guard and a second round center.
But no, because you
a free agent guard.
You could probably get one of the top guy interior offensive linemen with your second round pick, but they're just not the most expensive free agents either. Like you could get one of the best guys, and you're not paying him $30 million a year. You know,
right?
So
the money's in the tackle position, not the guard and the center position. Yeah,
you have two glaring spots at center and right guard that you could pick up one elite guy in free agency for center, and then get a second rounder to plug and play at that right guard and be really confident in your wall with holes for spears.
Yeah. Speary wall.
with holes for spears.
Yes. Go.
All right. Well, I think we're with you there, Tony. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on down to Andrew Ramsey.
Andrew.
Oh,
Ask the
God.
question. Kyle. Ooh, every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake. I'll be watching you. Now to the questions. How do you feel about my new tactic of warfare, Kyle? Every week I'm gonna fire warning shots of songs until I finally attack. And 2, Zion Johnson's overall lineman grade was 64.8 with a run block grade of 69.5 and a pass block grade of 52.6 in 2022. In 2023, his overall grade was 59.1 and his pass block grade was 58.8 and his run blocking grade was 57.2 after moving to left guard. And this season, pass blocking 65.7, a run blocking grade of 63.6 and an overall grade of 64.8. What is the question? I blame Bozeman and Pipkins. Leave my man alone. What say you? Can't love you, bye. Oh, yeah. Oh,
That was a long one.
Burst a blood vessel on that one.
For Macho Man.
I did not see that ending coming. He just gave all these stats about how bad Zion Johnson has been. And he blamed Trey Pipkins.
I love it. I can get behind that.
Well, there was improvement. He got better. He was better.
There was rookie was 64.8 and then he dropped down to 59.
But then he came back.
Came back to 64.8.
Right.
65.7.
Yeah. So next year we can expect a 59 year again, I guess.
No, he'll be good. He just needs better support. I agree with this. I do agree with this. And also something I heard that was interesting is right now, if you keep Trey Pipkins on as right guard, what you're paying him is like top 5 guard in the league. His $9 million a year is top 5 guard in the league. And he's not a top 5 guard in the league.
No, he's not.
So
do with that what you will.
Let me leave this here for you.
There was something really interesting, and I can't find the tweet. I guess I must not have liked it. I just passed by and I was like, oh, that's interesting. It showed the top 5 highest paid players on the Chargers, and Trey Pipkins is like the 5th or 6th guy.
He's the 6th guy.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Let's fix that.
Yeah.
Just cut that. Eat the dead cat.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening with the line.
Thanks a lot, Tom Telesco. You idiot.
Thanks, Tommy T.
They didn't have a choice. He was at 2 years left on that contract they gave him. They gave him like a three-year deal. That was year 2.
3-year deal.
So now this is the final year. I just don't. You can't. He's not playing.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to think that Zion Johnson, a first-round guard pick would be.
Well, you're not picking up any additional options. You're not extending Zion. He's just going to play under his rookie contract this last year and see how it goes. But
he's great. Your 5th year.
Yeah, center's a free agent, and then right guard Trey Pipkins can't stay. So those are the 2 spots you definitely need to fix, and you hope that Zion gets better this year.
There you go. Progress.
What's our middle name?
Mr. Ramsey. Thank you.
And about your new tactics, you're not gonna lull me to sleep, Ramsey. It's not gonna happen. You just told me your whole tactic, dude. Like, what kind of strategy is that?
You just did the ultimate blunder and told me your whole strat.
You revealed your hand,
you fool.
Ramsey. Oh, did you just do Princess Bride on us?
I can't do Wallace Shawn, but I was in that. Yeah.
And now all that's going to happen, Andrew, is when you're finally ready to attack, I'm going to delete your question from the Ask Boltfam. would I win?
You're one keystroke away, Ramsey. Just remember that.
He has the power to remove this from the outline.
Yeah, this is a universal timeline. I can just go in here and delete it. So that sucks.
Or you can rework your question to say something you didn't intend to be said.
True.
Dude, I'm Ron Burgundy. If it just says it, I'm reading it. So
He says whatever's on the paper.
Buckle up for next week, Andrew. You're getting revised.
We're doing a second draft on your question, buddy.
oh my God.
Whatever you
God.
post is just a real hard rough
Every
draft.
post you make, Kyle's changing it. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we love you, Ramsey.
I love you, Ramsey.
Thank you for asking the question. It's another short Ask Boltfam week, folks. We go out this week with Athir Kadir,
There.
Kadir.
who asked the question. Here's my question, baby. Only one this week. Draft first 3 picks, assuming there's no trade. I'm sorry, baby. I usually do not do this because I trust my coach and my GM. The question, the 3 positions we need are what, baby? I'm going edge, running back, and wide receiver, a quarterback, baby. We always ask Kyle, followed by my good friend who drives me nuts, Kevin, and finish with my lovely, my heart, my life, my wall dog, also my drive me insane at times, baby. I have 2 bold predictions on defense for the season, baby. First, Cam Hart and Tarheeb Steele will be top cornerback duel in the NFL Combine. 13 interceptions, baby. That'll lead to the top pass defense in the NFL's destination, San Francisco, baby. My second bold prediction, Junior Colson and Deion Henley will be the best linebacker duel in the NFL. No one will want to see us on Sunday. Let's go. Chiefs fans, suck my butt. You're going down on Sunday, bitches. Okay, love you. Bye, baby.
I like it. Yeah.
There.
It's good. I'm sorry that I'm driving your nuts.
Yeah, that's usually the steering wheel on my belt. That's what that does. It drives me nuts.
Driving me nuts.
All right. And we're here all week. All right, the top 3 positions in need. I don't agree with this, Athir. Edge, running back, and wide receiver or cornerback.
Would you guys want to go? So what's the order? It's Kyle first, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to
always
I don't want
Kyle.
to this
Especially
up.
with Kyle being back.
Yeah, I don't want to drive him
Yeah,
any
yeah.
more nuts if I just like jumped him in line.
Get off his nuts, dude.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think those positions are pretty well sealed up. I think that we're getting a deal done with J.K. Dobbins. I think he'll come back. And then you have Gus Bus is still under contract. And you just drafted a guy last year. So I don't think that necessarily a running back is like a dire need. My 3 positions of need are tight end, interior line, guard / center, and then edge. I think those are the 3 positions that we're going to attack. I mean, cornerback, we got 2 5th rounders from last year that could start. So I think that that's a way to keep your salary down low and be able to build and maybe go get a giant name at wide receiver like T. Higgins. And again, we just drafted a guy in the second round last year to play wide receiver, and he obviously paid off huge. Lab McConkey was awesome this year. But I think more of a veteran presence in the wide receiver room would do big things for Quentin Johnson and Lab McConkey. So I think that'll get addressed in free agency. So for me in the draft, it's tight end, guard, center, and edge.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pick this based on what we have right now, and not that we're gonna pick up some free agent wide receiver.
Yes.
I think it's wide receiver, tight end, and interior offensive line. Those are the 3, the 3 that impacted us the hardest this last season. I think there's definitely some guys that possibly you could bring in. If you can bring Khalil back, you keep Thule, you keep, we keep that fairly together. We just lose Joey. I think that's a little easier to figure out than it is these other positions where we just weren't very good. I think often it's gonna be a very heavy offensive draft this year,
right?
And that'll all depend obviously on what they do in free agency, but that's where I think they go.
Yeah, I mean, as far as because I mean, the question is like positions of need. Like there are obviously players in this draft that I'd be like, man, that would be sick if we got them, but do we need them? No. Like I agree. I think tight end. I would like to see tight end be the number 1 pick because I think that is the one area that we've mentioned it multiple times on this podcast, is like seeing the success that somebody like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce had, or Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates had, like those guys having success. And we've seen how much Justin Herbert loves to throw to tight ends.
Yeah.
If you had a successful first rounder tight end over there for him to throw to that he can build with, I think that would be huge. And so I would say tight end, and I would love to see a second round center guard. And yeah, wide receiver. I do feel like, it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing with free agency, because I agree, having not just a veteran presence, but a successful veteran presence in that room would do wonders, I think, for this team. So yeah.
And it'd be easy for me if they pick up T. Higgins or one of these guys, then I will absolutely agree with Kyle.
Yeah.
I think that fourth position that gets flexed in is an edge, because you need to get younger. We have besides Thule, we have a very old, edge rushers. They're not, there's not really whippersnappers in that room.
All right. Well, there you go, Athir. You can have your nuts back. We're done driving them around.
Yeah,
thank you for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We, as always, greatly appreciate it. You guys make these episodes what they are. But that's going to do it for this episode of Charger Chat. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. EAGLES. Eagles, Eagles, Eagles.
Eagles, Eagles.
Do you guys see the mayor of Philadelphia misspell Eagles?
Yeah.
Dude, so embarrassing.
Oh man,
how did they even spell it? Like EAL,
it was like
ES or something like that.
No, it was not even close.
It wasn't close.
Hang on, I gotta look it up.
Mayor.
ELG. They spelled it ELGSES.
SES.
Eggless.
ELG? No.
Yes,
No
that's
way.
ELGSES. Yeah.
Elgs.
Eagles.
Elgs.
Yeah. It's bad, dude. I don't know. The education system. I don't know.
I'm not seeing a spelling bee champion over there.
No.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Negative.
Not like Stellan. Kevin's oldest son wouldn't spell bees left and right. But then again, you're in Missouri. Those Kansas City fans are just real dumb.
Shots fired. Let's wrap this up before we lose our Missouri fans.
He's competing against a bunch of Chief fans. What do you expect?
Oh, God, that's funny.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up, because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Kill everybody. Gotta get out of this. Get out of this.
Can't let me buy it.
Can't let me buy it.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Legend tells of a wall with holes, but not just any holes. These holes, they're perfectly designed for one thing: spears. Some walls protect, some walls hide treasure. This wall just really wants to hurt you. The wall with holes for spears. Rated R.